great time to Jackson. On a ride to Idaho Falls with folks. And trying to get on up the road, Canada, Alaskan. One ride so far, 15 miles. Walking some more, along with these cows. Got one really long ride to where the 90 and the 15 meet. I've just been walking down a little bit, stopping here and there. So now I'm stopped, waiting for the 90 and the 15 to split so it's easier. Already had a couple people stop, but they're going east. So shouldn't be too long. And the goal is to make it to Canada tonight. We'll see if that happens. I got an awesome ride, maybe 30, 40 miles. This woman named Sandy, going to see her boyfriend here in Boulder, Montana. So I'm about 30 miles from Helena, whatever, and I think that's fairly close to Canada. I don't know if I'll make it tonight, but I'm sure as hell try. Not a lot of traffic on this road. Here comes one now. Let's do this. I just got the sickest ride of the trip, I think. It was 80 miles, right before the sun went down, to Great Falls. So I'm pretty close to Canada, within an hour or two, I would guess. And they dropped me off at a trailer park by a festival. So there's all these trailers camped out for people working at the festival, and he's just letting me chill in his camper van. They all went home. I'm in their camper van. It's dark, but I'll show you more in the morning. I'm curious to see what this bad boy looks like in the morning. This is fucking sick. Oh, and they gave me a beer and half a hamburger too. 2 beers and half a hamburger. So I'm full, tipsy, in a camper van, surrounded by horses and Ferris wheels and shit. Pretty sweet. Realized I lost my water bottle somewhere. I don't know how the hell it came off of that, but it was also my water filter, and I got rid of my normal water filter because of that water bottle, so hope I don't come across any streams in a little while. Oh well, but I'm pretty close to Canada, and I'll make it today. Got my first ride of the day to Shelby. Probably within 100 miles of the Canadian border, maybe less. It's hard to say, but very close, very close. The 15 sign says Lethbridge, which is a Canadian city, so gotta be close. So a trucker gave me a ride to the border, and we pulled up, and they knew I was hitchhiking. They made me go to immigration, and everything was going fine until they asked how much money I had, and I thought I was rolling big, 40 in cash. About and like 100 in the bank, so I was like, what? And then they're like, yeah, you can't come into Canada with that amount of money if you're hitchhiking, so figuring out as I go. I had Sean pretend to be my dad and fax them something saying that he would send me money as needed, so that seemed to work. Now I'm on my way in Canada, trying to get my first Canadian ride. Got a ride deep into Canada from a trucker, Lethbridge, then the sun drove me a little bit further, fucking Canada. Everything's in kilometers, gotta get used to that. Just got a ride from 2 awesome brothers, 18, 21, Dan and Mike. Took me to Subway, gave me 10 bucks to buy a sandwich, and got some change left over. They also gave me a root beer and a cookie for the road. So, pretty cool. That was pretty funny. When Subway gave me change and the Canadian money, they gave me an American penny. It was good. Unlike Americans, Canadians can read, eh? Use this. Yeah, make a sign so people know where you're going, eh? That's what this organic truck just told me. He got me past a crazy fucking freeway there, which is good. Probably gonna toss this, I think. Yeah, making my way. Dude gave me a ride in this truck all the way to Edmonton. Pretty late. I think it's maybe midnight or 10 or 11 or 1. And we'll find a place to piss and always sleep for the night. Get on the road again in the morning. Canada. Good morning, fucking Canada. Good fucking morning. Got a good ride from a trucker to Whitehorse, and keeping it moving. I'm in Grand Prairie. Guy went a little out of his way to get me here, and keep moving through this fucking Alaskan highway. It's a pretty long one, but I like it. This is, I guess, a big city, bigger than the other cities.
You've been taking videos of like your whole journey?
Yeah, most of the way.
That's the whole man.
Trying to catch my first ride this morning out of Fort Nelson to Alaska. A little confusing because I think I have to go this way, but there's also this old Alaskan highway. It goes that way, and most people seem to be going that way. But I don't know. Just waiting right here, and not a lot of cars, but someone will stop and hopefully I'll figure out which way I'm supposed to go, or if this is quicker or something. And hopefully make it to Whitehorse tonight. I've been standing on the edge of town in Fort Nelson for a while now, maybe an hour or two. So I'm just walking. A big sign with a bear on it, and on the back someone scribbled in chalk, hitchhikers are bear food. So I am bear food walking into the wilderness here. Someone will pick me up, not worried. So Mark picked me up and gave me a ride 20 or 30 miles down the road where he's working. It's the same guy from yesterday who gave me the insane like 500-kilometer ride all the way to Fort Nelson and let me crash at the Motel 8. So he's just working right over there somewhere, a little bit further down, hoping someone picks me up. Really in the middle of fucking nowhere. There's like forest in every direction for hundreds and hundreds of miles, pretty much. But should be cool. Feels pretty good. Someone will stop. Run away!
Yeah.
Crazy kids. So I crashed in the RV. Those nice folks yesterday gave me a ride really far, and this morning got to Whitehorse. So here I am, trying to catch another ride. Hopefully be in Alaska tonight. That's the goal, and hopefully get to Homer tomorrow. Probably pretty late. We'll see if I can make it. So for one ride to the edge of Whitehorse, edge of town. Little sign there, it says Fairbanks is 946 kilometers away. Not where I'm going, but close to the same distance to Anchorage, I think. I got my ride to Haines Junction with some dude about an hour. Here I am in Haines Junction. And no cars are coming, really. In either direction, really, but it stays light until 5 o'clock, I think they said. I have no idea what time it is now. Could be midnight or it could be 6. I'm just kind of confused. Keep going. So it turns out there's an even tinier amount of cars coming, at least towards Alaska. These big convoys of RVs and stuff start coming from Alaska. But it's nice scenery all around. I don't particularly want to camp out here just because of the prevalence of all the bears. But pretty sure I'll get a ride before then. So should be good as soon as the car comes. It's been quite a bit and still no cars. I've been walking, I've been stopping, sitting, walking. Not a lot of cars, maybe one every 10 or 15 minutes. Something like that. Kind of in both directions too, just a little strange. But hoping one will come. I'm not really worried about it getting dark. I guess it just doesn't do that. If it does get dark, that means it's wicked late. And yeah. Soon enough. Alright, I think I walked about 15 kilometers and finally got a ride from a local. Pretty good ride. I guess 70 miles up the road, or 70 kilometers up the road. He put me right by this campground, and I guess he said whoever runs it isn't there, and I could probably just go in there, chill, maybe start a fire. I don't know if it's going to come to that or not, but I'm just going to wait here for a ride and kind of chill. He gave me a little bit of food too, a little bag of chips and a couple kiwis, 4 bottles of water, and apparently it's right by a lake, so good shit. I got a ride from a guy going to Birdwash, which is 50 miles up the road, I don't even know, some distance, and there's the sunset down back there. Walking away from Birdwash because the whole time I've been here there hasn't been one car come by. Yeah, we got bear tracks. So I'm in the right place. Let's keep going. I think it may just be dog tracks. Keep going for a long time. Maybe we'll see. Sleep time. Just north or west of Burwash, Yukon. It's a frosty morning. Hope I'll get a ride today. So I walked for a good portion of the day, decent portion, and finally got picked up by a dude, but he only took me about 10-20 minutes down the road, which is good, because if I am going to end up pretty much walking this whole thing, it saves me a lot of hours. He gave me a can of bear mace too, so that's pretty cool. Should be set now. The only thing is food. I have a feeling I'll get picked up before I run out of food though, or at least before I get hungry. Pretty desolate. So I actually got a ride. Took me all the way to the border, but once we got to the border, they had to pull me aside. They kind of questioned me more since I was hitchhiking. Actually, they went through my whole pack too. So my ride left in the middle of that. So just walking away from the border now. Finally in America again, which is pretty good feeling. And glad I chucked my pot down the road and made a little treasure map to find it again, because they would have found it. I stopped at the first lodge. It's like 4 miles from the border, and finally ate some food, which is good. Some water and some coffee, and now I'm walking a little bit more energy. Hopefully get this ride coming up behind me. Let's do it. Okay, that was a motorcycle. Never mind. The next ride, it'll be mine. So I got a ride from a trucker, not driving a truck, just driving a regular car. But trucking's what he normally does. And he gave me a ride all the way to Tok, which is the junction. This way that I'm going goes to Anchorage, the way he's going goes to Fairbanks. And Anchorage is 328 miles away. So if I get a good ride, that's about 5.5 hour drive. Homer's 3.5 beyond that. Don't know if I'll make it tonight, but it'd be pretty sweet to get close to Anchorage, if not to Anchorage. So I got a good feeling about this little walk here. So I finally got a ride once again, after a lot of walking once again. This guy took me 60 miles up the road, I think this is called, I'm not even gonna try some with a nose. Slanty, maybe. I tried it. He just picked up another hitchhiker, actually someone who was begging at his whatever land he owns to stay. So he gave that guy a ride, who's kind of kooky, low talker, old guy, not a lot of teeth, and drove him out there somewhere where I guess the dude knew someone where he could stay. But after the guy got out, he was like, "I'm glad I picked you up," to me, just to have someone kind of normal in the car, and I was glad to get a little bit further. So been here maybe 10 or 15 minutes, no cars yet, but it's the only way to get to Anchorage as far as I know, at least from there. So someone soon. Pretty cool looking, but this is definitely the fewest cars in one stretch of road that I've seen, I think. It's hard to believe. But hoping it's for one more ride, like 60 miles or more. And I feel pretty good about being able to get to home tomorrow. So, see if we can get at least one or two more cars. 50-50. Made it to Homer after a bunch of crazy rides. Got picked up by one guy, camped out for the night. Took me all the way to Anchorage in the morning. Got another ride. Someone took me pretty close to Homer, about an hour and a half away. And a couple more rides, including one where I got to drive, and we're here in Homer. I caught one more ride going up the hill. I'm going to try to find this cabin, the couch surfing cabin, the vague directions. I'll find it.